Before I left Moscow, there was one more psychic specialty that I wanted to investigate. Two women in a nearby suburb had developed a reputation for an unusual ability. Inga Pachenko and Svetlana Chernetskaya claimed to be able to describe a person's life and character in detail, using only a picture of them for inspiration. They even said the Moscow police had called on them to help solve difficult cases. Because it's easy to inadvertently pass on information, particularly with such congenial people, I determined that I would work diligently to eliminate any feedback. From a group of pictures that we supplied, they selected a quite remarkable one to work on. Ted Bundy is best known as a serial killer and is believed to have brutally murdered more than 30 women. He was executed nearly 4 years before this session. I'd read about him and found that, ironically, he was a psychology major in college. He was also married and had a child.
He's good at meditation. He's athletic. And it seems to me that, to some degree, was involved in wrestling, tennis to some degree. He has a pleasant wife.
He has a very pleasant wife. Yeah. It started like most readings do, a laundry list of possibilities.
She's cute, attractive, blonde, reddish hair.
They were looking for me to respond in some way.
Inga, maybe you can say something.
He looks like Uri Geller, doesn't he? He graduated from college. He has some kind of military training. I think he's a psychologist by education, psychology, history.
It seems to me he's been to Switzerland.
There was one overwhelmingly important fact about this person. If these women had any psychic ability, they should have been able to pick up on Bundy's horrendous crimes. You know, pretty wife and everything is not maybe the most outstanding thing about it.
I don't feel this is a man with one moral direction. He has a wife, one child, a boy. 3 years ago, something happened that was critically important to his fate. I feel it so clearly. If you would ask questions, we could continue our talk in a particular direction.
It was hard to deny these women, but it seemed to me that any questions I asked would give them information.
He is original in that he can behave in many different ways, many variations to his behavior. Strong-willed, though it's hard to say this about a person, in a negative direction. I'm uncomfortable saying that. A leader. Who is patient, manages a group well, has an excellent memory, outstanding. If we had feedback, it would be a completely different emotional search.
I think it's time maybe I told them the whole story.
Может быть, сейчас он пока расскажет про первого человека.
This is a photograph of a man named Ted Bundy. He was executed by the government because he is a mass murderer. How well did they do? Well, Bundy did have more than one moral direction, but then again, so do a great many other people. Nothing important happened to him 3 years ago because he was already dead. He was executed 4 years ago, and I'm not inclined to give them that kind of latitude. In all, 2/3 of the statements the women made were wrong, and the rest weren't very specific. His wife was brunette, not blonde. His child a girl, not a boy. He was neither a wrestler nor a tennis player, and he had never been in the military or to Switzerland. It's true that he did study psychology. Interesting.
I was saying that he had a sad...
Yes, the eyes of a sadist.
Had a negative psyche. The morality of a negative character. I said that categorically, almost.
Not quite.
Before there can be results, we need to be unfettered. And we aren't unfettered with him. The information doesn't come. He doesn't inspire us. He makes a stopper, a cork.
The woman is complaining, Jim. The woman is complaining.
Мы не сдаемся. Мы готовы примениться к этим обстоятельствам.